believe we're live on YouTube. Let me figure this out. Let me see if I'm live. I believe we're live on YouTube. Let me figure this out. I am. Fantastic. I'm going to go link this around and then we'll... I believe we're live on YouTube. Let me figure this out. Let me see if I'm live. I am. Fantastic. Link this around and then we'll... I am. Fantastic. Go link this around and then we'll... We're a bit late today, so my apologies. I gotta get it live on Twitter too. Ugh. Oh, I'm about to get audio it out. Haha. Create broadcast. So my apologies. Oh, I'm so tired. This is probably gonna be a shorter stream. Post that guy. Oh, I'm about to get audio. Alright, now I gotta get a little silly. Create broadcast. Am I live? I'm live, baby. Let's go. Let's add this to the highlights. This is probably going to be a shorter stream. Twitter's a function where if you highlight it... Oh, I hope I've... Wait, hold on. Am I... Scheduled? It should be posted. Get a little silly. Highlight it. What? Live, baby. Let's go. Let's add this to the highlights. That's... No, it should just be posted. Twitter's a function where if you highlight it... I don't want to schedule it. I want to post it. Scheduled. It should be posted. Technical difficulties live. How exciting. Highlight it. What? How exciting. There's nobody in chat, nobody watching anyway, so no worries. That's no. It should just be posted. Function where if you highlight it. I don't want to schedule it. I want to post it. God, I'm so tired. Technical difficulties live. How exciting. How exciting. There's nobody here. Can I delete anyway, this? So no worries. That's no. It should be posted. Technical difficulties live. How exciting. I don't want to schedule it for 9. How do I change it? How exciting. There's nobody in chat, nobody watching anyway, so no worries. I wanted to publish it right now. Can I delete it and restart? Schedule it for 9. How do I change it? I wanted to publish it right now. Oh gosh, what have you done? I don't want to. I don't want to schedule. Technical difficulties. I'm sorry you have to see me doing this live. Actually, I don't think anyone's watching, so we're good. Oh gosh, what have you done? I don't want to. I don't want to delete this. Technical difficulties. I'm sorry you have to see me. How do I cancel you? Oh gosh, what have you done? Because I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. Technical difficulties. I want to start later. See me doing this live. Actually, I don't think anyone's watching, so we're good. I don't want to. I don't want to delete this. Technical difficulties. I'm sorry you have to see me. How do I cancel you? Oh gosh, what have you done? Because I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to delete this. Technical difficulties. Start later. How do I get rid of it? I don't want this. Alright, create a broadcast. Let's try this again. We gotta get up on YouTube. How do I get
There we go.
I don't want this.
Actually, hold on.
All right, create a broadcast.
Am I talking? Am I going to be able to hear myself?
You got to get up on YouTube.
That's not good.
Let's try this again. You got to get up on YouTube.
Usually I get a feedback loop.
Am I going to be able to hear myself?
That's really weird. I'm streaming though.
That's not good.
Let's try this again. It's live.
Usually I get a feedback loop. That's really weird. I'm streaming.
Oh, shoot. I know what might be happening. There we go. Okay.
Let's try this again.
Oh, that's really embarrassing. It's been doubled up this entire time. My headset, not my computer, but my headset was muted. That's really embarrassing. But I'm live now. That to the highlights, it's more likely to get seen. Pop it open so I can engage with El Chatterino. All 2 views. Hell yeah. I mean, heck yeah. My apologies. Trying to be more polite. I just don't feel the need to use strong language the way I used to. So yeah, 5 whole views on Twitter already versus the how many viewers on YouTube? 2. Hey, 2. All right. Anybody who's watching, sound off in either chat. It'd be great to hear from you. Ray, we are watching paranormal videos. I've got an old one. This is a really old one pulled up, and we are gonna opine on whether or not we think it's real. Now, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this, and I want to see what other people have to say. I'm going to hang out just for a second because my friend, Professor McCoy, usually likes to join us. I don't know if he's going to be joining us this evening. Oh, he's playing a game. He probably won't be. Dang. But yeah, we'll get going. We'll start. I'm gonna let this one just play. It's a bit of a long clip. Oh.
Believe me.
This one's a classic.
Freaking thing working. There it is. There it is. It's gonna believe me. It's the only one that will believe me. Oh my God. I can't believe this. Damn phone.
Hey, Mickey G.
Hey Mike, I need you.
Hey, can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
A little bit. Yeah.
Alright, you're not gonna believe this. I got it on video now. People think I'm nuts. It's on video, it's playing right now. I put the iPad in the window and now this thing's coming up to the steps in my backyard, Mike.
What's coming up?
It's like a weird demonic looking thing and it's like a human. And it's all scratched down. And this is the second time this happened this week. And as I'm talking to you, this is all on recorded. And it doesn't see me. I'm in that that sunroom. All right, I've been putting the iPad out. It's about around, and it happened. Weird things been happening around this time at night.
Can I record it?
You're on record. Everything's recording now. I can see the thing. It's like looking around weird. It's
You're recording the video?
yeah, right now it's on the video. It doesn't see me. I'm sitting back, but I can still see out the window really good. You should see.
Hear you?
No, it can't. But it's looking around like something out of a weird sci-fi movie. This thing is freaky. It's on video.
Person,
Huh?
Not a person?
No, it's an evil identity. It's evil entity. This thing's like wicked looking. But it's a human form though. You gotta wait until you see the video. I got it on video. It's
Okay, good.
this is like one out of a million things that people will not. They'll think they won't think I'm crazy no more. Wait until you see this. Oh my God! It's like you should see this thing, Mike. Oh my God! Like a gargoyle. It's like a gargoyle, man. And
Pray.
and it's like 35 feet away, and it came out of those weeds. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's a
On
plant.
the left side? Or by the right?
Looking
On
out,
the backyard?
yeah, on the right side, there's the weeds there going down that sidewalk.
Okay.
I got it on everything, and and everything. The whole thing right now. It's the iPad's recording everything. Me, you, and this thing. And I don't know. I should. What's the police gonna think? It's looking. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Dude, this thing is weird. Just
Sure it's not somebody you should call the police?
yeah, no, it's a demonic creature. It's not human. And it goes back. It just went back. It dove back. It wobbled back in. I can't even explain it.
Went back in the weeds?
Yeah, like it knows something's going on. I got it now. I got on tape.
Huh.
Yeah, just pray. Wait till you see this thing, man. Just pray. This is really freaking me out because 3 nights ago, I'm laying on the couch. I heard something open the door and walk through the sunroom as I'm laying on the couch. Then as I woke up, it was like gone. It was like it shot back through real quick. And I know I heard the door. Then 2 nights ago, I seen like this. I was seeing this thing. See it, and now it's gone. So I got 2 minutes on tape on a video, Mike. Yeah,
More than
so
2
it's
minutes.
like everything you're saying and hearing now. When I play you back the video, you're gonna wait till you see this. Just pray. I mean, this people won't think they're not gonna think I'm crazy when they see this now. This is unreal. Just pray.
Just pray?
Yeah.
Yeah, praise you, Jesus. Father God, I just want to lift Rick up to you right now, Lord. I don't know why he's being tormented like this, Lord, but we know you know. And Lord, you've been speaking to him in visions and dreams concerning
Oh, geez.
his work and different things, and the enemy is being attacked by you, Lord. And he's all worked up, and God, I just come against this. I bind these things right now, these evil spirits that are just harassing Rick and just coming into his yard. I just bind those things right now. I command them to cease and be still, be gone. Father, I pray that you give Rick peace right now. I come against all fear. I bind that in Jesus' name. I pray, Father, that you just give peace and comfort, Lord, that he knows that Lord, you are watching over, Lord. You are his rear guard, that nothing's going to come. When you lay down at night, no sudden terror will come upon you.
Oh my God! There it is, Mike. It came back. Oh my gosh!
I command you to go in Jesus' name.
This thing is
Be
looking
gone.
weird. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! It knows something's going on, man. This thing is. Oh my gosh! Oh my.
Oh, Professor McCoy, you're late. This is a classic clip. I don't know
Gosh, I don't know what happened. We got disconnected.
how much you've caught.
I even called him
I'm
in
unfortunately
the
not going to rewind it because
It's
I
went, it
think
went
there's a
back, it went
couple
back.
chatters on Twitter now.
went
I'm going to
back.
rewatch it. All right. There's a lot to unpack with this clip.
they're not gonna think.
I'm gonna mute it so we don't have to listen while I chat. Okay, that's a guy, but I don't like him. Yeah. It's funny. He reminds me of the monsters from Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I showed this to my friend who was stalked by an actual Wendigo for like 30 minutes one time. And this had him in near tears. Like, he was so freaked out by this video. He was like, no, I don't want to watch this video. But we were hanging out with another one of his buddies who's into clips like this as much as I am. And so me and my buddy's buddy, we're watching this and having a great time. And he's like, freaking out. Like, no. Because this is apparently more or less what they're like and how they behave. But man, this clip is just wild in so many ways. Like, you got so much going on here. There's a couple things that I noticed. One, discrepancies in like what he's saying versus what fake guy on the phone talked weird. Are you talking about the prayer in tongues, quote unquote? Because they're very. That's part of the thing to unpack with the clip. Guy's very clearly charismatic, which to me is just funny, like the way that it ends with the charismatic. Yeah, I actually agree with you, Ray. I'm inclined to say this one's fake too. Big reason being is just the desync between audio and what the alleged creature is doing. Because you'll notice he says, oh, it goes back into the shadows, and then it starts slowly going back into the shadows. You can kind of explain this way potentially by saying it's desynced, right? By it's a desync. Like the audio he recorded was recorded on a separate device, and he just kind of edited them together. But I kind of think that's less likely. I think that there's just some, like, he said what he said, and then he had something go out and recreate the clip. But yeah, I'm inclined to agree too. And the guy recording was way too calm. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know, though, because, like, it depends. Because if I saw that, I'm a huge paranormal junkie. If I saw that, I would just have my rifle and I'd be hitting it with 1,500 lumens. But I'd be pretty calm, too. But I'm, like, really desensitized to this stuff. So, I'm not going to give it to him right away. Or not going to, like, knock it right away on the calmness. But yeah, really interesting clip. You can find it. Here, I'll show you the YouTube channel. It is Richard Griebenick, so you can watch the clip yourself. Go back and do all that without having to, take my word for it with any of the speculation or anything. And now we're going to move to Nuke's Top 5. We are watching this blind. I've not seen it. So hopefully it's not a bust. Hopefully there's some good scares. Nukes he does the best vetting on his clips, but honestly, lately I feel like it's the channel's kind of suffered because they're kind of dry, and it seems to be a lot of poltergeist stuff, which just doesn't scare me at all. But we'll see. We'll see. You never know.
A few months ago, a woman named Rosanna bought an old apartment somewhere in France and moved in with her.
Also, I'm drinking Cooper's Hawk rhubarb wine. Very delicious.
Her two very young children and her 13-year-old cat, Loli. But almost immediately after moving into the new place, her cat begins to act very strangely.
Yeah.
The cat, Loli, aggressively hisses and snarls at something that Rosanna can't see. Now, Rosanna says that the cat had never done anything like this before they moved. So as a single mother, Rosanna shares custody of her children with their father. So one night when the children are away at their dad's house, something happens that makes Rosanna's blood run cold.
Oh, okay. That was scary for half a second. But it was just a...
C'est pas possible, ça marche pas. Ça marche.
I mean, if you're scared by poltergeist...
Even though Rosanna is completely alone, she hears her young daughter's voice calling out to her from the children's bedroom. The voice repeats, "Mama," over and over. But strangest of all, the voice seems to be coming from an old radio that doesn't even have batteries inside. After this absolute...
I'm kind of getting fake vibes from this one. What do the chats think? Because I got two of them open, YouTube and the old Twitter Bird app. What are we thinking? I'm getting fake vibes. I'm not thinking this is legit. Bueller. Yeah, I don't know. It's not as messy as most like in the moment clips are where they're catching it in the moment. It's just a hair too stable. Maybe it's now this could also just be she's got a really nice camera phone and it can record everything that fast. It's got a fast enough shutter speed, frame rate or whatever that it can capture all this and we can get nice high definition, high fidelity footage. Maybe. But no, I'm kind of getting fake vibes from it. I don't really buy the whole CD player bit. Excuse me. That one kind of felt fake and lame to me. I'm not buying this clip.
Terrifying experience, Rosanna decides to share her story online in search of advice. She also calls for help from a local priest. The scared mother is now desperate to try absolutely anything to get rid of
I'm getting a little bit telenovela overacting, but maybe that's just a stereotype, says Professor McCoy. No, I'm kind of getting that too, in all honesty. I've seen plenty of clips from, although I think they're French. That looked more French than Hispanic. Whatever. It felt a little hammy overacted to me too. I'm inclined to agree, Professor McCoy.
The sinister entity that seems to be haunting her home. But nothing seems to help. In fact, it just gets much, much worse.
Okay, so we got spooky lust. Oh! Still not buying it. Oh, it's definitely French. I'm still not buying it, but that is the slow turn. I'll give it to you. That's creepy. Language was 100% Spanish. At least the subtitles. Really? That looked French to me. But I've kind of forgotten a lot of my languages. Oh gosh, it's following her. It's creepy. I'll give it to, like, we're getting to creepy territory now. That head is, that head's weird. I dislike that. À la fille. J'ai crevé avec les porcs. Oh.
Arrête.
Yeah, this is French, Professor McCoy. What are you talking about? It's not Spanish.
The head of a dressing mannequin that Rosanna has had for years moves on its own and seems to follow her with its eyes as she moves around the room. Rosanna feels that the apartment is no longer safe for her children and decides to stay in the home all alone. Eventually, she becomes so scared that she starts to only sleep in the apartment's living room. But then, late one night, Rosanna hears her cat Loli angrily snarling at something in the hallway just outside the living room door. What happens next is downright chilling.
You're a professor of philosophy. Do better. Didn't we see a bit of this one? I think we saw a bit of this one. We did in one of the last ones. It was like, I think it was in a door. Yep. Now this adds context to this one because for those of you who didn't watch, I think it was last week actually. This was in a compilation from another creator called Mystery Man. I forgot about that. This adds a lot of context, doesn't it, Professor? Does it? Like, how do we feel about this clip now in context with the others, you know? Oh, she's hiding under the desk. I mean, fair enough. That's creepy.
After this very disturbing incident, Rosanna says that she became seriously ill
with the
and
added
spent the
context
rest of the
making me
night
think
throwing
more
up.
likely to be fake, yeah.
She says she is absolutely convinced that the old apartment she bought is haunted by a demon.
I will say,
for now, she stays at a hotel with her cat
overacting
until she
aside,
can hopefully afford to move somewhere else.
It's not bad fiction.
She says she's currently seeking legal
And there's
action
nothing wrong
against
with
the
it. There's nothing
people
wrong with,
who sold her
making
that
clips like
apartment.
these,
The
for
Thing
fun.
in the Basement.
It's fantastic. Do it.
A new
Get
Top
creative.
5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous,
I don't care
we'll
if I
call her
think it's fake. I can
Jane,
suspend my
reached out to
disbelief.
us about a very creepy experience she had in her family home in Norway. So while Jane is in the basement grabbing some tools for her brother, she hears something that puts her on edge. She hits record on her phone as she investigates, and what happens next is truly bizarre.
Okej, så här ska jag hämta verktyg till bror min. Från det jag fixar på en bil. Så...
This is Nederlanda. This is Netherlands. It's that fake language.
Hva fan? Hallå?
It's not German. It sounds too much like English to be German.
Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Hva var det? Jeg sverger det er bare mannen der. I kjelleren. Så bare spiller. Som er jævlig creepy. Hallo? Det er ingen der.
If there's a face, I'm gonna jump.
It's not people in here.
Like, really close faces always get me, every time. That's definitely Simlish.
Hallo?
I don't know what Simlish is. Oh, okay. I now know what that is.
Okay. Ja.
Oh, I dislike
fan.
that.
Det er faktisk ikke artig.
Like, that could just be a person.
Hello?
Ugh. Almost the one thing.
Så, liksom...
That was weird. I thought I saw something there.
Okay, jeg må ta hvert hen.
Jane hears several weird screeches coming from somewhere near her in the basement. And then as she leaves, the door seems to slam shut on its own. But did you see it? Jane looks into a mirror 2 times while walking through the basement. The
Okay, I
first
did see
time,
it.
there's nothing out of the ordinary. But the second time, something seems to be standing in the doorway right behind her. To this
think
day,
I'm-
Jane has no
I think I'm buying this one. This one is passing the vibe check. I don't have an objective standard for judging these. It is just vibe checks. This one, it's not the creepiest. I actually think the last one that I now believe is fake. I think that one was scarier. This one, I believe is real.
no idea what happened, but says that the
it's weird.
experience gave her the creeps.
It creeped me
Now
out, too.
again, Jane says she has never posted this video anywhere online and wishes to remain anonymous. So I have to leave it up to you. Do you think Jane captured something paranormal? And if not, then just who or what
I mean, even if it was,
is this?
you know, that I don't know. Even if
Up
it
in
was a person,
smoke.
that's still.
It's around 11:30 at night, and Jocelyn is working in a smoke shop in central Alabama when she hears a noise coming from the back of the store.
Guys, I'm working by my fucking self, and I hear fucking noise in the back.
Oh, CCTV, how exciting.
What the bro?
Something can be seen moving around in the storage area in the back.
No, poltergeist. Poltergeists are boring.
After posting the video online, shocked viewers asked Jocelyn to check the security footage of the camera in the back. Now, whatever this is, it doesn't show up on camera. But about 4 hours later, in the middle of the night, when the store is closed and empty, this happens.
Poltergeists
And around 4 in the morning, a ladder falls over
boring.
by itself and a pillow seems to appear out of nowhere and just drops down the stairs. Now, Jocelyn says that she was so shaken up that she has no intentions of ever returning to work at the store and might actually just quit her job.
I mean,
But is
fair.
this real paranormal activity caught on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Too close for comfort.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm actually a really bad judge of whether or not poltergeist stuff is real or fake. One, it's honestly really easy to fake these days, thanks to the Paranormal Activity movies. But two, it's so boring that I don't care. Like, I don't care if it's real. It's not scary.
Amateur
There's
paranormal
no
investigators Jared, his brother David, and a friend
Paranormal
get
Activity
together
or
one night to
poltergeist.
investigate Jared's own house
Poltergeist activity could happen in my own home, and I'd just be like, stop. You're just inconvenient.
in Blackpool, England. You see, Jared claims that he has experienced some creepy, unexplained events in the house. So Jared's brother David is holding an SLS camera with built-in night vision when he walks through the downstairs area to see
This is one of those paranormal investigative technique or devices I really want to get a hold of and mess around with myself because I don't know how legit it is, right? Like, I think it's one of the devices that has potential because it just like tracks movement and stuff. But I want to be able to like do control experiments, right? Go to a place that's not haunted, or which would probably just be my house because I'm fairly confident my house isn't haunted. Set one of these little motion capture camera things up and just watch. And the only thing I should see popping up with these little wire frames that track motion should be nothing or myself or my roommates, right? If I'm in my house and I see these things start popping up, I'm like, all right, no, I'm going to rule it out as a paranormal investigative tool because I believe I've just gotten a false positive. I know a lot because like a lot of people when they use a device like this in a place they don't think is haunted, they'll be like, I didn't think my house was haunted, and then I use this device and all of a sudden it's like, okay, that's probably the wrong conclusion. It's probably more likely there's an issue with the hardware and the software than your house is haunted, especially if this something like this is your only evidence. But if you set this up in a place that you're fairly certain isn't haunted and it very consistently shows nothing outside of what you'd expect, right? So no wire frames to track movement except for like real things, animals, people. Then I think it could be a very good tool for paranormal investigations. As of right now, I'm skeptical. I'm kind of medium on these devices like these as a tool, but I would really like to get my hands on one at some point and do some tinkering, do some control experiments, and then if the control experiments give me some good results, take it out to the field and see if I can get some like legit positives with them.
if the camera maps out any strange figures. But then something happens that absolutely freaks out everyone.
Using the night vision camera on the SLS, so that's why they're still behind me, because we don't want to keep mapping them.
Exactly.
We want to see what we can map ourselves.
Just have a look around the room, Dave. You never know. I mean, we caught some orbs in here last time.
some
but-
Yeah, I'm hoping to see some orbs now.
Yeah. You never know.
We're back.
Stuck on 2 the K2 meter.
K2, what was that?
Yeah, we've got Jeb behind us doing the K2 and he's got a couple of lights on it, you know, so we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, all we can do is just keep
Yeah,
going
so
past
now-
and say, whoa!
What the hell? Did I just see something or am I imagining that?
I don't know, let's go.
What the hell? I don't know. It was, to me, it looked like a face. Dave?
I thought I saw something.
That was really quick,
That was-
really spooky.
As David pans around the living room, he captures what appears to be a bizarre pale face peeking out from behind the
I
door
missed it
to
the
the
first time 'cause I was
hallway.
checking chat.
Just keep going past and
Yeah, that's
say,
the face
whoa!
there.
What the hell?
The group looks through the house and even attempts to debunk what they just saw, but they can find no explanation as to what this is.
So,
Antoine's restaurant.
I'll be honest with you guys, I am default skeptical of most ghost hunters. Most of them are out here. They're entertainers. There's a big channel out there called Mindseed TV that does a lot of paranormal stuff. They got like millions of subscribers. They're very entertaining. If you want to be entertained and maybe get some good spooky entertainment, check out Mindseed. They're pretty good at that. They have a investigation of Area 51 where they have some interesting footage. I think the vast majority of their content is faked because I'm gonna say there should be a distinction between paranormal investigators and ghost hunters. Ghost hunters are entertainers. They're there to get a scary clip and give you a thrill. Fair enough. I got no beef with that. The problem with that is because they are dependent on the scare and the thrill for their livelihood, they're more likely to falsify. They have a perverse incentive to falsify a positive result on a paranormal investigation. Whereas a proper paranormal investigator is probably like doing it as a hobby, doesn't make a lot of money, if any, on it, and is less likely to falsify positive. Oh, obviously it's not impossible. It's not impossible. It's not, impossible that ghost hunters get real results, actual paranormal stuff. I'm sure it happens once in a blue moon. And it's not impossible that there are people that I would consider paranormal investigators they use more rigorous experiment methodology that falsify results. It's possible on both ends, but I generally don't trust ghost hunters. I think the incentive is too great for them to falsify a positive, to get the scare, to get the clicks, to get, maybe they're YouTube, maybe they've got a big YouTube channel and they're getting the millions. Which is funny because, you got Nukes here. He's got, let's see, how many millions? 4.4 million, just about, subscribers. How many views did this video get? This video has 1 million views in 3 days. Good for Nukes. Good for you, buddy. Glad you're doing well. But yeah, you can see that the incentives are there to fake.
Isabel Riley recently told a very creepy story online and followed it up with one of the creepiest pictures you'll ever see.
I need to tell you guys about the most insane evidence that I have ever seen of a ghost existing. Backstory. I was at a company get-together with my CEOs,
She up talks, and I can't stand it.
coworkers, and one of the owners of the company. We've all looked at us and was like, hey, do you guys want to see a ghost picture? Immediately, yes. He begins to tell us that he was in New Orleans at a restaurant called Antoine's. New Orleans, first of all, super haunted city. If you know, you know. And Antoine's is one of the oldest restaurants in the city, one of the oldest restaurants, I believe, in America. It has a lot of history. It used to be a jail. It is a really well-established place, has been around
And the
forever.
vocal fry, yeah.
So he's dining at this restaurant,
The
and
up-talking
he's offered a
vocal
tour
fry,
of the
just a
wine
double
cellar.
whammy of,
The
ugh.
wine cellar is huge, has thousands of bottles of wine, probably worth millions of dollars. So he's taking a tour of the wine cellar, he's taking pictures. There's this guy in the wine cellar on a laptop who is apparently at
She also sounds like 40 years older than she looks.
auction buying more rare wine for the collection.
Prof, what if she's like me where she looks 15, 16, but she's actually 30?
My
That would be
CEO
funny.
takes pictures of this guy on his laptop, doesn't think anything of it, he doesn't see anything, leaves the restaurant, calls it a day. The next morning, he's looking through the photos and notices something. So this is the first picture that he showed me from the wine cellar. You can see this guy who is on his laptop at auction doing whatever. And here is the next picture that he took.
Duh. I ship it. Oh man,
So
the
we all
perfect.
see
No,
that.
no.
That is a
Bad,
full
Professor.
body
Bad, no.
apparition. It looks like a woman in this like black Victorian dress. And
That's a good photo.
when I was showed
this one's passing the vibe
I
check, guys.
genuinely had full body chills.
Yeah.
So
no,
just who could the creepy alleged ghost
I believe this one. In spite of her, I kind of buy it.
woman dressed all in black in the photo be? For that, we go into the history of the restaurant. Antoine
time.
Alciatori opened his restaurant all the way back in 1840. Then in 1875, Antoine passed away when he was only 55 years old. When he died, he left his wife Julie in charge of the restaurant. So could this be Julie's spirit still looking over the restaurant from beyond the grave? Well, let me know what you think. We need scary videos, so if you see something scary that you think would be perfect for the top 5, send it to me at nukestop5@gmail.com.
Yeah, do it so that I can
Bye,
react
Felicia.
and get.
One night, Felicia Hall is out
make
on
my
the
own
back
content.
deck playing with her dog when things get weird.
Before we go with this clip, I have mixed feelings about pets. I have mixed feelings about pets and whether or not how they're acting, how they're behaving is evidence for the paranormal. The reason I'm torn, for any of you who are fans of Jimmy Akin, 10 out of 10 podcaster, I highly recommend Jimmy Akin's Mysterious World. Excellent. I've listened to almost every single episode. Not all of them, but almost every single one. He has a whole episode on psychic pets. And the evidence is actually kind of crazy. Now, I used to be way more skeptical about paranormal stuff until I started listening to his podcast. Like, I'd watch these clips and they'd be scary and kind of fun. But it's like, whatever. But there are things that I used to not believe that I'm now like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Remote viewing's one. Remote viewings where, like, basically, I'm going to dumb this down to layman's terms. This is not how remote viewers would describe it at all. And they're probably going to get mad at me. Basically, just seeing things in your mind that are real, but seeing things in your mind basically real time that are not within your immediate line of sight. And at first I was like, no, that's silly. Then I found out the Army conducted experiments on it. And the results of their experiments were kind of crazy. Because it was something like, my regular viewers are going to hate this because I've already talked about it before. But for all the new guys, the results were just outside, were just outside that of random chance. Like the remote viewers would be able to like describe whatever it is that the Army needed them to describe. It was just outside the realm of random chance, but it wasn't reliable enough to be used as actionable intelligence. And although there are cases of law enforcement using remote viewers, there's the DC snipers a remote viewer of some sort, some capacity, help law enforcement out with apprehending the DC snipers, which is crazy. So back to pets. There's evidence that some of them have some kind of psychic ability. In particular, one parrot really seemed to have a very strong ability. He could identify like things on pictures in the other room with crazy accuracy. So yeah, highly recommend checking out Jimmy Akin's Psychic Pets. But at the same time, pets also just do weird things. Like my dog was old and dumb and deaf and blind, and she would just stand in the middle of the room barking, and it's like, no, there's not a ghost. She's just old and dumb and blind and deaf, and it's kind of sad. So I'm torn on pets. I don't know. Well, she definitely heard it. I believe this woman is sincere. Whatever this is, she was sincere. She was sincerely scared.
Out of nowhere, Felicia hears something that sounds like someone whispering right in her ear. Something that says, "Get out." As you can tell in the video, Felicia is absolutely terrified and screams and hurries back inside, leaving her dog to wonder, what just happened? So did Felicia get an angry supernatural warning? You decide. Revenants and renovations. A man who works as a nurse at the
Brought to you by Wizards of the Coast.
IMSS Hospital in Manzanillo, Mexico was taking a tour of the recently renovated Clinic Number 10. Now, the old hospital was built in 1932 and has seen its share of death and suffering for over 90 years. So, the nurse is filming with his phone as he walks through the renovated clinic.
Give me something good, let's go. Wouldn't want to do that by myself, but you know, it happens.
Later, when he reviews his footage of the old hospital, he spots something that sends a chill down his spine. Something resembling a small pale face can be seen peeking around the corner in Clinic Number 10.
Oh, it startled me.
The man is shocked. He says that he never noticed this strange face while filming. The man's aunt posted his video to the internet, and many viewers believe that he might have captured the spirit of a patient who passed away at the old hospital. On Earth.
You finally got what you wanted.
This next creepy story has been going viral and actually made international news.
God, that got me good.
TikTok user Katie Santry from Columbus, Ohio woke up one morning to find that things...
Never trust a woman named Katie. This has nothing to do with my governor or my ex. Actually, it has everything to do with both those people. Anyway.
In her home office seem to have been mysteriously moved around.
I think my house is haunted and I'm freaking out. Like, I'm literally shaking. This is my sunroom. This is where I work. I sit here every day.
TikTok is a scourge. TikTok needs to be destroyed. I can't... The way she's talking upsets me. This is Zoomer spaz brain rot talking too fast for your TikTok. Stop that. Talk normally.
There's a playroom here, doors here. This is the space. I worked in here last night until about 6:30. Everything was fine, shut my laptop. We close these doors so the dogs don't come in here at night. No one is in this room. I'm down this morning to work. The screen shattered. This stuff, down here. This, hanging off. Here's the next bit of important information. So we're building a fence. And back here, we dug a hole. There is a rolled up carpet buried underground that we came across as we were digging this hole. Rolled up carpet. Who the and why the is there a rolled up carpet underground?
Katie shares her strange story online, and viewers suggest that there just might be something more buried in the yard.
I mean, maybe.
Inside that rug.
How deep is that? Like at least 2 feet?
Almost, yeah.
Oh, right now.
At the intense urging of thousands of video commenters, Katie decides to call the police to check out the rug.
Yeah, that's not a bad
just
idea.
in case.
Oh, there. Yeah, see it's like the tassel of it. It's like the end of the.
I mean, it's certainly an interesting mystery now.
Carpets. Wow. I was to say it's not, to 6 feet long.
Oh yeah, no, there's just something like weird.
Now, Katie says that she thinks the rug is a bit strange, but she doesn't really think it's anything suspicious. That is until Columbus detectives arrive at her house with cadaver-sniffing dogs.
Oh boy, let's go. Did my... Oh. Gosh dang it, Twitter.
Oh my God.
What are we doing?
2 cadaver dogs both signal and sit on the area where the rug was found, indicating that the dogs believe that there is a body there.
Ah,
And
frick.
this is when Katie's casual story about a paranormal haunting and a buried rug starts to get a bit out of control.
Oh, it's so annoying.
In fact, Katie's story becomes international news.
In a series of videos garnering millions of views, Katie Santry shared she may have discovered a body buried in a rug in her yard.
The entire thing blew up on TikTok this week.
The investigation stemming from social media. Police in Columbus saw a woman's TikTok showing she and her husband found this rug buried in her yard. She reached out to police. Well, police showed up with cadaver dogs.
Even after the first dog sat, I really didn't think the second dog was going to do it too. I thought maybe it was just an accident. And when the second dog did it too, I freaked out.
I think it is absolutely crazy for something to happen like in our area like this.
Understandably, Katie is completely overwhelmed as a homicide team arrives at her property to dig.
This is crazy. Okay.
It might not mean anything yet.
Okay.
Wait and see what the interpretation of the results are.
Okay. So homicide is here and missing persons, and now CSI is bringing the shovels out.
Man, imagine just making TikToks and this happens. That's actually
I can see
crazy.
news camera set up over there. Okay, they're digging. They've been digging, and there's 6 of them. Some of them are in the hole.
Katie's viewers watch and wait for hours as the homicide team carefully digs out and examines pieces of the stained carpet.
You guys, they have recovered the hole, and this has been the most absurd, insane experience of my life.
Yeah, I bet. Jeez.
What did they find? No, they didn't find a body. They found a mother effing rug with some rubber. The question remains of why did the dogs hit? I don't know. Both dogs, not just 1, 2. I don't know. The other question remains is who broke my laptop?
So, Katie is happy with the news that the Columbus homicide team has not found anything suspicious buried with the rug. But viewers that followed Katie's story and even some news reporters are just not completely convinced.
Okay, so the update is they took the rug.
Okay.
Police did. They did not find a body yet.
Yeah, what do you mean yet?
Because the dogs marked on the rug, so there has to have been a body at some point.
I don't believe for a second they didn't find anything in that rug. Not for a single second. I think she was posting too much about it, so they decided not to tell her what they found.
Yeah, that's
or,
fair.
Because they took it away for forensics, it was a mirror on the rug, no body.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't believe for a second there was nothing on that rug.
So even though police say the rug was fine, there's still some skepticism and some outright
I don't blame cops for doing that if that's what they were doing. In fact, that makes a lot of sense. I would do it. I would do it too.
conspiracy theories about that rug. But what do you think? Alone? Matty Magarachi says that his house in Monroe Township, New Jersey is very haunted. In fact, Matty has been posting about the strange activity in his home
No,
for over
poltergeist
4
activity.
years.
It's so
One
boring.
night, Matty is home
Please.
alone with his dogs.
Hold up. A dude named Matty? Nah. I almost violated YouTube TOS. Nah, you can't be a dude named Matty. Dog. Like, unless you're like 6. If you're 6, you can get away with Matty. But dog, if you are a grown man and your name is Matthew, you can go by Matthew or you can go by Matt. None of this Matty. Matty's for chicks and small boys. This gentleman is neither. I have a feeling I know why he goes by Matty, but upon that, I shall not opine, because we're trying to unplug from all that and just watch spooky clips.
When strange things start to happen.
Just come to my show, watch me railing against a guy just because his name is stupid.
Matty's parents are away on vacation, leaving him all alone in the house. And something else happens
How old is
that
this
makes
dude?
his blood run cold.
Alright, please be a creature. I need a good creature clip in my life. There's not enough good creature clips.
The f is that? What the f was that?
I don't know what that was.
So these are just a couple of the many videos that Matty has shared online over the last 4 years. So could it be that Matty's house is actually haunted by something? Or is it?
That just looks like a thing. Like an inanimate object that's just in the room. That doesn't look like a spirit or a face.
All
Kinda
just
not buying
a
it.
very elaborate hoax. You decide.
I don't think it's a hoax. He seems genuinely scared. I just don't think that's anything. I think that he is alone at night. Somebody might have been knocking on windows that wasn't supposed to be knocking. And then he sees an inanimate object that he can't quite tell what it is in the light. And then he freaks out. So, fake in the sense that it's not ghosts, but sincere in the fact that I don't think he's the one manufacturing a hoax. I don't think this is a hoax. I think this is a case of mistaken identity. That's kind of my thoughts and feelings on it. All right. I'm tired. I'm an EP boy. It's been fun, ladies and germs. It's been a delight entertaining you this evening, hopefully. Thank you for spending your Friday with me on Twitter and YouTube instead of out with real live flesh and blood boys and girls that you could potentially be forming romantic relationships with. I'm very honored that you've given me this time. So I will bid you all adieu. I'll bid you all adieu. May the Lord bless you and keep you all of your days. May he protect you from the demonic, because demons are a bunch of loser dweebs. You honestly don't really have to be afraid of them. Just say the Lord's Prayer, and they're pretty timid after that. It's really funny. But yeah, have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching with me. Wait, why can't I stop streaming? Oh no. It's not letting me stop streaming. How do I stop streaming? No. No, how do I stop streaming? There we go. I've ended it on Twitter. Now how do I end it on YouTube? Why can't I stop? No, do I just have to kill the entire... Do I have to kill the entire app? That'd be really funny. I'm gonna try that. No, it won't let me do that. Why won't it let me do that? Hold on. What are you doing to me, YouTube? What are you doing to me, YouTube? This is really funny. All right. Hold on. Wait, why did you just take me here? Hold on. Hold on. Why won't it let me stop? If I have to Alt F4 the entire broadcast, the broadcasting software to close this, that's going to be really funny. I think that's literally what I have to do. It's giving me an audio notification that I can't stop recording. What have I done? What have I done? All right. Alt F4.